Alright folks, and thank you so much for tuning in to this guitar tutorial. And for this guitar tutorial, it's going to be fun because we are going to finally link up all the 5 shapes of the pentatonic scale. Alright, and as usual, quick heads up, there's a set of handwritten notes, so get it printed out, and I hope that's going to help you with this tutorial. Alright, so now the first shape that we're going to start off with is what we are going to call this as a root 5 A minor pentatonic. Alright, so the root 5 pattern looks like this, and we're going to start from the 6th string, and 6th string open, and this is how it sounds like, right? Alright, so I call this a root 5 A minor pentatonic is because I'm thinking about the root note as the open 5th string. That is your A note. Alright, that's your A note. Okay, so again, this is how it sounds like. And you want to try and see if you can fumble around with those notes. You know, just kind of jump around those notes and try and make some music out of those notes within the scale shape. Okay, so that's a root 5 A minor pentatonic. And now the second shape we have is what I call a root 5 C major pentatonic. Okay, because even though we are still starting on the 6th string, I'm thinking about the root note as the 3rd fret of your 5th string, and that is your C note. Alright, so the entire scale pattern sounds like this. Back down. And then you can just kind of choose to go back over to the 3rd fret of your 5th string to kind of make the sound a bit more resolved. Okay, so thus far, root 5 A minor pentatonic with the open string. Root 5 C major pentatonic. Alright, then now let's move on to root 6. Okay, so root 6 basically means that the bass notes, okay, the root note of that scale pattern is going to be on the 6th string. That's why I named them root 6 and root 5. Okay, so root 6, we are going to start off with the 5th fret, and that is your A note. Okay, so I call this shape an A minor pentatonic root 6. So this is how it sounds like. That's what we have, and same thing, you want to try and fumble around. Alright, that's what we have. So, thus far, root 5 A minor pentatonic, root 5 C major, root 6 A minor, and now the next shape is going to be what we call a root 6 C major pentatonic. Alright, and you see I'm going to lead off with the 8th fret of your 6th string, and that is your C note. Okay, so C major pentatonic. Going back down. Okay, so the same way you want to try and fumble around. Alright, so that's your root 6 C major pentatonic, and then going to the one that sounds weird in terms of the name, I call this a D Dorian pentatonic. Okay, because it's going to start off from the 2nd note in the key of C. So in the key of C, the first note will be C, the 2nd note will be D. Alright, and when you play this D Dorian pentatonic, we actually have our index finger starting on the 10th fret of your 6th string. Okay, so I call this the D Dorian pentatonic. Back down. And same thing, you want to just try and fumble around. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's your D Dorian pentatonic shape. And now, the last shape on the handwritten notes, that's basically an alternate pattern, because it's basically the same shape as we've done with the root 5 A minor pentatonic that we're using the open string, except we're playing the same scale an octave higher, okay, 12 frets higher. So we have this. Going back down. Okay, so basically that's all the 5 shapes plus 1 alternate shape here. And what you want to try and do is to be able to improvise. Okay, play anything you want within each scale pattern and then shift up, one shape at a time all the way until you are at the 12th fret. Okay, so an example, this is how it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, go. Next shape ready, right? Next. 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 Alright, so basically that's how you want to try and link up all the pentatonic scales. So remember, we're doing this in the key of A minor or C major, which I think that they're both basically like the same thing. Okay, all it depends on is which note do you start off as the root. Okay, so just give it a shot and try and find backing tracks that are in the key of C or an A minor and try out how those scales are going to sound together with the chords going in the background. Alright, so I hope that helps folks and enjoy, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!